Hi Floss Tube, it's Shelly of It's Just Stitching, and I'm also KeyXStitch on Instagram. It is my Floss Tube number 11, and it's July 25th, 2022. Hi, how's everybody doing? I hope you are all great. I have a bunch of finishes, some FFOs even, new starts, whips, haul, some haul. This is how I usually wear my hair every day, so that's what you're getting. I hope everybody is well and happy and telling me what they're stitching on in the comments or to my email at keyxstitch@gmail. I'll just jump right in and show you. Of course, the only thing I don't have the chart for. I don't know why the chart isn't in there. My working copy's in there, but this is Christmas Garden by Blackbird Designs. And if you watch Floss Tube, you've probably been seeing a million people working on this anyway. And this is on headstone that I got from Kitten Stitcher, and I'm not sure if it's one that she dyed or not because she doesn't put the maker on it, but I think it might be hers, part of her Wabi Sabi. And I'm using the called for colors, plus I added Brick, this darker red, and I added Peapod, the darker green. And all I worked on this time, which was a lot, was the green in this one. So I'm getting there because I still have to do the rest of this side and then that piece. But that's the biggest motif in there. So that's pretty good. And then I think all that's left is right here and then these two sides, and then that's it. But I'm trying to do Christmas in July, so I'm picking up a bunch of my older ones too and start some new Christmas starts, and I'm trying to work on something Christmas every day. And let's see if I put it right there. And then I bought this online. This is Artisy Nutcracker. It's a mini, so it's only 108 by 150, but it's full coverage. But I'm gonna do it on dark blue fabric or dark gray. It's sitting right here, it's gray. And so I'm not gonna be stitching the blue, the navy on this. And my stepmom saw this. I don't know what we were looking at. Maybe we might've been just looking, I might've been showing her Artisy. I think I was showing her Artisy because my dad does diamond painting. And so I was saying like, these are similar to diamond painting and you can get them in diamond painting, or you could do a diamond painting of them, that kind of thing. She saw this, she goes, oh, that's so cute. So I'm like, all right. But it's really, it turns out to be 7 by 9.5 on 16 count, which is what I'm using. And this is Mirage Ada by Picture This Plus. And so I started in the top left, and I'm doing part of his hat. And it's going pretty well. I started it on regular Ada, white Ada, and I messed up, and I'm like, oh, I gotta buy some gridded Ada. So I made a 1, 2, 3 stitch order and did not buy gridded Ada. I bought plain Ada. So I have some 18 count like Charles Craft Ada in a tube. So they had to mail my package in a box instead of an envelope because of that tube of Ada that I accidentally ordered instead of the correct kind. So when I saw I'd ordered that, I saw it before it came. I looked at my order. I'm like, oh no, I just ordered plain white 18 count Ada. So I just decided to do 16 count because that 16 count is probably pretty close to 18 count by the way Picture This Plus shrinks up. So I'm just doing it on that, and it hasn't been so bad because I like stitching on Picture This Plus, which you might know if you've ever watched this before. I pull out thing after thing. Yeah, all the fabric I can see right here is Picture This Plus. Okay, so the next thing I worked on was Hopeful. I don't know why I'm doing this backwards, but I must have piled my stuff up backwards. But that's what it looks like. I'll show you again. But here is the chart. It's by Carriage House Samplings. And it's so funny because Maggie just jumped on the table. Because I don't like it's browns and greens basically, and this is not even red. It's like a pink, which I like the pink. But so I'm using some of the called for, like most of the called for MPIs, and this is the called for, and look how pink it is, which I like a pink house. But I might do the other one in red. And so this is on 16 count Ancient by Picture This Plus. And what I was working on is I'm trying to get all these areas outlined so I can just fill them in. So I started, I know I was working over here and I pulled the wrong color because this color and another color are so similar. One's a little browner, one's a little greener. So I did some and pulled it out. But I'm trying to get it outlined, so I have to outline under these words so I can just fill in during Zoom calls. So that's going pretty well because most of the ground is to the point where I could fill it in. And I cut down this piece of Aida, which is pretty interesting because I usually don't even do that. And I like that because it reminds me to be hopeful. And I worked a tiny bit on Christmas Rose by Blackbird Designs. And every time I get this out, I notice that Feliz Navidad is on here finished. So I need to take that into the framer because I did take about 5 things into the framer. So here's Feliz Navidad, also by Blackbird, that's finished. And this is Christmas Rose, and it's on sand by Picture This Plus. And really all I did on this was this border right here. And I think, you know what, I think I'd run out of a color, so I think I might have done that and right there too. I'm not sure. But basically just that dividing border band. It's a band. And I like the color of the sand. Yeah, that's about what it looks like. It's very pretty. And you might say, Shelly, didn't you just get some stuff back to put on your wall? And I see you haven't put it on your wall yet. Yeah, now I'm saying, okay, it's only about a week and a couple of days till I get my next chunk of framing back, so I'm gonna wait and put it all up together. Some of it isn't even going on this wall. Then I had to get this one, Dreaming of, I think it's Dreaming of Van Gogh? Yeah, by Barbara Anna, and I just downloaded this from Creative Poppy. And you can see I only had a permanent marking pen, but I had to change some of the blues because I'm doing it on a blue fabric that's not the same color as their blue fabric. Theirs is like a navy, and mine is, I think it's called Mystic. Oh my gosh, what's it called? Yeah, Mystic by Picture This Plus. And mine is a little more royal bluish, so the blues kind of clash, so I had to change the blues. So that's not it. Here we go. So that's part of her shirt in the bottom corner. Right here. So the yellows are very pretty on the blue. So I am enjoying it so far. And I finally got all the colors of DMC. It's all DMC. And so that's gonna be a Christmas present, but I just wanted to start it. It wasn't really any part of Jolly July. So me trying to say it's a Christmas present is really lame. Then I was looking for Brenda Key's other sampler motif book that is like paperback and redone, and it's all motifs. And I found this one. Did I find my regular one? No. The one I was looking for? No. But then I remembered this was in here, and I love this. And it reminds me of a much more manageable size of And a Forest Grew because it's trees and animals. And it's called Flora and Fauna Box Lid. And this book I got, it says L350, so it was like 3.5 pounds, but I think I got this on something like Abe Books or Abe Books or however you pronounce it. And so I started that, and I did a conversion, and I did a lot of Vicki Clayton silks because I always forget I have them and forget to use them. And I'm trying to find like a blue, I think, that'll fit. So that's what, and also Mountain Mist, which used to be blue, but look how green it is. So those are sitting around trying to be auditioned. And this is on Ancient, just like my one of my sisters is coming up. That's on Ancient too. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. And so far, all I have done is 2 trees. But I think there's like 4 different greens in this one too, so it's a lot of green, but it's a lot of trees, so that's okay. Trees kind of have to be green. Well, not really have to. Like in Kathy Barrick's Moons, I note that they're all blue, so I really like that. All right, now it's bugging me. My Carriage House Hopeful, that's the other one. It's on Ancient that I already showed you. Okay, then I finally started this. I bought this a while ago when it first came out at Market. Jingle Bell Cafe by Stitching Housewives on Etsy. So it's stitchinghousewives.etsy.com. Priscilla and Chelsea. And I'm doing this on some, I think this is just Witchell. And so I have Jingle. My husband works with a guy, or used to work with a guy named Jing, so I took a picture when it said Jing, and I said, hey, send this picture to Jing. So it's like 16 count Witchelt's Black Ada. Or no, I think it's Blackbird, because it's a little bit off black, but it's very, very stiff. But it's fine. It's not shredding my Ada, I keep saying Ada for DMC. It's not shredding my DMC too much, which is my main complaint when fabric is stiff. I got this off of eBay. This is the front, that was the back. And the one that I'm doing is one of the Crush scenes. This one. And I like all the angels playing instruments because my grandma had these little German, and they were little, they were like this big angels that all had different instruments to them. And so the colors are super odd in it though. They're like pastel, and I didn't realize it in time to change them. So this is the angel that's blowing a trumpet. So that's his face, and the trumpet's gonna go out here. These are the wings. And then his clothes, his robe, is orange. So the colors of the robes in this are orange, like mint green, and purple. And there's a lot of brown. And I don't think I'm doing the ground, and I also think I'm changing this to a different color besides brown, like maybe blue. And so I thought that was really cute. And I never even realized that the Hummel artist was a Catholic nun. So she's Sister Brenda. And there's a picture of her. And this was on 16 count Mirage, which is a blue gray. It's a gray, but it's a blue gray. Oh, my pile's gonna fall down. Then I have another new start, and this is also haul. Don't laugh. Abby Bella Stitch and Amy Gable Stitcher are both working on this. I saw Jen Lee, and she finished hers. So it's just a bunch. It's full coverage, but I don't think I'm doing the background. I know. And it's a lot of like outline and fill in, which I thought would be good, but it's actually a lot more colors inside of each motif than I thought. So far I've been counting like crazy to make sure I don't mess up. But I have the sun outlined, and then part of the branch in the leaf that's below the sun right here. And this is on Rain Washed by Color and Cotton. And it's a little bit greenish. It's kind of putty color is what it says to me. It's very pretty. I think it'll be a pretty background. And if not, I can, after I finish the whole thing, if I think it needs to have a background, I could always go back and add it in, but we'll never do that, so no background. This is the Prairie Schooler Christmas alphabet, which I had started twice. Oh my gosh, am I making you sick? I keep going back and forth. And mine is set up just like this, the way it's set. And each little thing is so tiny. It's not very much. It's like 20 or so stitches per little block. And so all I did was I filled in the leaves on the G and the H blocks, because I guess I must have run out of green or something, and the I block, and I put in the little berries. And then I did the R block and the Q block, which is a quince. And those were really fun to do. And this is, I think, gingerbread or spice. Oh, what is the name of this fabric? I don't think I have it on here. It's by Picture This Plus. It might be spice. It's probably in my bag. If it's not spice, I'll probably tell you the next time. The next time I might get it right, whatever it is. Ooh, starting to sweat. Man, it's so hot, isn't it, kitty? And this was a start and a finish for Jolly July. It's Christmas Tiny Town. Yeah, Christmas Tiny Town by Heart and Hand. And I changed the colors because these colors really seem fall-like to me, and I think it's that goldish color, which I think is, what color is that? It is, nope, that's not it. Sandcastle? Yeah, Sandcastle. So I didn't use that one. And it's got a whole lot of green in it. So I left the trees green, but I changed the house colors. And I think I'm gonna finish it as a long little pillow. And this is on, oh, I think I started this before when I showed it, yeah, because I started this in July, but I just finished it. So I'd started it before, but I have everything on here. Put the little beads, the flower buttons that are supposed to look like snowflakes, put those on. And when you last saw it, I think I just had these two done. And so I did all of them. And it was very cute, and I don't have very much room, so it's definitely gonna be a soft finish, so I don't have to try and get this into a frame. And it was really fun, but it is a lot of color changing, so I kept thinking like, I should be done with this by now, and I wasn't. So pretty much took me a lot of the weekend just to do these and these two. But this is fabric by Jody of the Steel City Stitchers that was in a box that I bought. And I think it does have a name, but I don't know what it is. Then I worked a little bit on this. I think this was from Dawn as a gift. It's called Christmas in the Village. And I'd started out and I basically just had like the start of the barn going and a little bit of the outline of the barn. This is on Tarnish, which I do think this is Pictureless Plus, but I got this from Kitten Stitcher, so again, I don't know, but I think Tarnish is one of Pictureless Plus's colors. Might not be. And so I did the barn and the tree. So I really did, I think maybe I just had like part of this, a line here in the roof, and then all the red I put in the tree. So this is going pretty quickly. I really like Scarlet House patterns because they're very clear and easy to read. Oh, my cat's sitting on one of my finishes. This I've had for a long time, Barbara Anna Sisters. And I was saying I was gonna start this after I finished Sadie Woods because it's very similar to Sadie Woods and Skinny Wolf Farm. And after I finish this, I don't know what I'm gonna do because she doesn't have any more of these primitive ones. And this is also an Ancient, which is my favorite PTP. And I'm changing this because I am putting my sister's name and my name on. So Amy Irene, that's my sister. So she's gonna be the top girl, and she's gonna be Hannah Black, and I'm gonna be Betsy Black on this. So I was thinking I might change it a tiny bit and add a little bit more color because the only blue they have in here is this one dress right there. So I think I might change this dress and I might change this bird. And I think I'm gonna change that bird too and not have them be so black, right? Is that the one? Yeah, because I've already done this bird black, but I think I'm gonna change those two birds and that dress. So I'm gonna use some pink and some other blue, maybe some blue for the birds, or red. This color right here isn't really red of the pottery. It's what is it called? I don't have it right here. It's not Country Redwood. It's Red Rocks, which I think I like a little bit better than Country Redwood, which I'm using on another. Cat's lying down on the back of a frame. Then I started and finished this one. I just bought this recently, Santas and Snowmen. And I pretty much thrashed my stuff, but I did this one. And I think I used all the called for colors except for the green. The green is an overdyed. But I had the Santa darker, and then I realized he didn't show up against the reindeer, so I had to pull out his face color. And this is on Mirage, right? Nope, Alchemy. And this I got from Acorns and Threads, 16 count PTP Alchemy. And I really like how he turned out. And I do think these look better on a darker color than they show, because, well, this is actually pretty dark. Sometimes their background is not dark enough for the white to show, but their white does show on this. So I just always have to remember to use something dark enough that the beards and the snowflakes will show on the Christmas ones, because I do a lot of their Christmas stuff, her Christmas stuff. And this is my last one. This is a new start, and I'm borrowing this pattern, so this is the working copy. And that's a picture of the antique. It's M.A. Badger by Traveling Stitcher. And I'm doing this on Shabby, and I'm pretty sure this is something by Kitten Stitcher when she used to dye fabrics, or I don't know, maybe she does dye fabric, but I don't think she dyes Ada. Some of her Wabi Sabi. And I really like it because I really like the colors in this, because there's a lot of white and there's a lot of green and red, so it looks kind of Christmassy to me, even though it isn't a Christmas piece. And this is straw, that color, and I like how it kind of blends in a little bit to the fabric. You should see my cat. She's upside down pawing me. I know. Did you miss me today? And so that one is super fun, and it's not very big, and I just like one day just sat there, okay, I'm just gonna do the border. So that's why I have the whole outside border done, and some of the border, the bands. The bands are started. And I thought this one was interesting because all these lines start with straw, and so it's pretty easy if you can just go work down. Okay, so that's gonna be Badger. And then this is like an old, I said I had finished this before. This is Anna Grader. And I had her done up to here. And the more I looked at it, the more I thought, no, I just want the whole thing. So I had started up here, but used Pecan Pie, which is the brown, which I didn't like. And so I took out the AABB and put in this lighter color, which is like, I think it's chocolate pudding or something. It's like a mocha color. And then I realized I kind of just haphazardly went from here to down here. Like I think I was starting it and thought, no, I'm not gonna do it. So I skipped down to here, and I did the spacing wrong. So it was a little off side to side, like a stitch or two. And it was also off enough that I had to add in a whole other row of alphabets. So I found that one, and luckily that alphabet, the whole thing fit in. Oh, this is the one is this the one I messed up on? Oh yeah, this is funny. I started stitching this row right here from the Z's backwards, and then I was stitching it this way, and then I realized I had lined up the Z on the wrong R, like it was supposed to be back one, and I think back one, and then so I didn't have enough room for the and. I guess this maybe, I don't know. Anyway, I didn't have enough room for the and so I had to put the and way back here, because it's supposed to be and before the Z, but it isn't noticeable. So now I like this one even better, and this is definitely by Kitten Stitcher. This is, I think it's called Grunge, and it's also 16 count Ada. This chart, I am just so drawn to this chart. Like I see it in floss tubes, like, oh wait, what is that? Oh, it's Anna Grader. Like I've done that twice. Like, oh my gosh, I love that chart. Yeah, it's Anna Grader. This is something I framed, and I just have to put the back on it. I finished it a long time ago. It is Christmas Witch by Carriage House. I think it's Carriage House. It's either, I think it is. I don't think it's, it could be Kathy Bear. So I changed the colors on this one, and I finished this quite a while ago, and I know I took this to Cancun, so it's probably got sunscreen on it. And I just realized it would fit in this standard frame, because even though this is a 12 by 12 frame, the opening is not 12 by 12. It's like 11 1/4 by 11 1/4 or something. So that made it closer to the size it needed to be. So I think it's good enough. My mom thinks witches are cool, and she also likes Christmas, so I think she'll like this one. And then the other one that the cat is sleeping on, sorry kitty. She's purring though. She's a floppy kitty. Yeah. So this one, I also decided I'm gonna give to my mom. This is from an out of print Blackbird, which someone lovely gifted to me, the pattern. And It's Winter Wonderland by Blackbird Designs, but, hi Maggie. But it looks so fall-like to me, and I wish I had not done the roof brown. Like, I think if I'd done the roof dark gray or something, I know, then you get to, and like, well, then the birds are black and they're gonna blend into the roof. You know, it was one big thing after another. But I think it's so weird because there's squirrels and acorns in it, so that's like fall to me. I love Canadian geese though. When we lived in Oregon, we saw them a lot. And I loved stitching this house. I know this is Shaker White. That's when I began to love Shaker White. So this is also standard frame, which is, I don't even know what size this is. I think this is also 8 by 10. So this fit in here really well when I measured what the actual opening was compared to what size the frame was supposed to be. So I realized that those two were so close to standard sizes when I was taking stuff in to get framed. And I'm like, oh, I'll just put those in a frame. And then I have some haul, and I bet there's more. Oh, and the new Frosted Pumpkin Under the Sea little segment came out today, but I haven't started it yet. It's another scuba diver and 2 puffer fish, so it's super cute. I got this, another Scarlet House, and I actually think this is something I would use. It's in the Berry Beginning Stitcher's mat, so I think that'd be fun. Gives you something to put down, and you have a pin cushion, and you have a place for your scissors, and then I guess you roll it up. I have cat fur in my mouth now. But I love that it has berries on the tree. I love that it's Adam and Eve. I love that it's got a hill with animals. I really like doing those. Yeah, there's so much I love about this one. This might have to be a start very soon, even though it's Jolly July still. Getting closer. And then I saw my whole order was spurred by this being available at Pictures at 123. It is Legacy by Picture This Plus. And so since they had it in stock, and it's a very brown color, it's not green, so that's why I like it. And then this was on sale for their Jolly July sale, and I think this looks like the Birds of a Feather Santas. And it's small, so I think it's really cute, and I will maybe start it in July still. I should put this in a pile. And then this went on super sale, so I also got this one, the Snowball by Brenda Gervais, and this one's older, like last year, 2021 came out. Older than this year. I meant like it wasn't one of the latest releases. And so it's got those and these two. I wonder if there's another one. Sometimes there's like 6 and she only shows you 5. Yeah, this is almost the same, but it's a little bit different because it has the candy canes in the snow. That's the same snowflake, AKA flower, that they use for Tiny Town. Maybe I should steal one off of Tiny Town, right? Yeah, I think that's it. I think the rest of them. But I think they're so cute, and I really like this, the blue color that she's using on all these, which is DMC 503. Yeah, 503. That's a good DMC. I didn't even realize this was all DMC. Wow. Might have to go to Michael's. Oh, here's another one. Little house. That's really cute. Oh, so much stitching, so little time. And the cat is on the last thing that I have not shown you. I bought this from 123 Stitch, which is so weird to me because it's on cardstock. Good Saint Nick. I saw some other people doing this. I think I saw, what is her name? Can't remember. Somebody was stitching this, or maybe 2 people. Oh my gosh, the cat. Or maybe 2 people were stitching this. And so I really liked all those Santas. Both my stepmom, my dad, and my mom all like Santas. So I think those are really cute. And what I liked about these is they don't have the whole body like the yearly Santas, so they'll be faster. Like if you just wanted to do one, it would also be smaller as an ornament if you just did one separately. let me see if it says what, no, it doesn't really say what their stitch count is. It's about 35 by 50, each one of these, 35 by 50, which I think is a good ornament size. So that's it. Oh, I also bought a bag from Jackie, who is _my_stitches on Instagram. She has bags for sale on Instagram. I'm not sure she has any left, but they just went on sale yesterday. So I got one with sugar cookies, like the fabric. I think it's the same fabric that Kathy Haberman used for her cookie exchange sale last year. But it is sugar cookies, which I think is super cute, and I should have, you know, made one myself at the beginning of July for Jolly July. But I really like having bags from people that I know, or actually know, because I actually know Leslie Hurley. I've bought bags from her before too. So it's fun to have bags from people you know or watch. So I have bags from her and Leslie and Vicky Stitch and Button. And I think that's it. Just been doing the normal babysitting. Now I just do it 8 to 4 instead of 7 to 4, so that's pretty good. And I think that's about all. So remember to tell me down below what you're stitching in the comments, and take care. Thanks for watching.